People, deluded, I'm back again. One love for tuning back in, people. Big up you lot. I love speaking Arsenal with you lot, and I love hearing your thoughts. So I thought, why not get some Arsenal fans to offer their post-Lens Champions League reaction thoughts? Shout out to Cav, James, and Tariq for doing exactly that. Let me shut up and let you lot listen. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe so I can hear your thoughts. Let's go.
DG Nation, my fellow Gooners, Arsenal 6, RC Lens 0. Wow, that first half and 35 minutes in particular has certainly eased our concerns about our attack going forward, at least for another day, for another week until we face Wolves on the weekend. And we're going to be facing those deep low blocks again, which Mikel Arteta spoke about before the game. But what a performance in that first half in particular, clinical with our finishing, taking these opportunities that were presented to us, and we forced these opportunities of our own doing, to be honest, and our own hard work and pressing that we know that Arsenal and Mikel Arteta's side do diligently. And that's not been one of our concerns this season, defensively and out of possession. I'm sure you've seen it on the socials. DG spoken about it, how good we are, how strong we are out of possession. And thanks to the likes of Declan Rice and Saliba and many others and everyone else, including that team, and even the one who scored again our first goal in Kai Havertz. And you may have seen me on the channel previously if it's your first time. Hello, my name's Tariq, but you'd have seen me on the fans show on DG's channel talking about Kai Havertz, telling the fans to try and be patient with him. I can see the vision. Arteta definitely sees him as this second striker, making those runs in the box, not as a left eight in the way that we look at Granit Xhaka, but someone who's has an off the ball role, making those runs. It's about us finding him. And now that we're starting to find him, put those dangerous crosses into the area, he's got a lot more confidence. He's making a lot more penetrative pause runs with a lot more vim and demanding, play me the ball, put these into the box. And that's where he's picking up the loose scraps as he did for that first goal today. And you saw from then his confidence grew. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is the good Arsenal team, and the attack is getting there. And one of the star performers that I wanted to speak about, and he is the reason why we have been missing in terms of many games of our attack, and the games that he's played is when we have looked at our best going forward, and that is Gabriel Jesus. What he brings to this team from an off-the-ball standpoint, he's the best defensive forward in the league. Pep Guardiola said it, and we can certainly see that with our eyes in terms of how he presses, closes the opposition down, wins the ball in difficult areas, holds it, and wins his duels, which Arteta loves as well. But what he gives you, that a little bit of star quality and magic. He can make something out of nothing, and he did that with the Kai Havertz goal, with his own goal himself, with the good work link up with Saka there, good pressing from the front. And this is what we've been missing. This is why, if we are to have any success chasing these major trophies, the Champions League and Premier League, we're going to need to keep players like Gabriel Jesus fit and firing. And he was excellent today. My word, it's hard to put into words how good he is, and what he can just do, just something out of nothing as always. And yeah, star quality. And we lack a little bit of that, I do feel. And it'd be good if Arteta can add a few more players into our attack in the future, certainly in the summer, with our wingers that can give us more of that, because we know we kind of get from Saka. He gives us that bit of magic as well on a consistent basis, and Martinelli can give us that, as we saw with his goal today as well. But yeah, we just need to add a few more pieces of that unpredictability. But you know what you're going to get as well. So there's a bit of unpredictability in what he's going to give to the defenders. You don't know if he's going to shoot with his left, or if he's going to. Sometimes I don't think he knows himself, but that's because he's from the streets, you know what I mean? And he still plays like that. And yeah, he's got that magic that we all love. And we've missed that, certainly. And another star performer I certainly wanted to speak about was Takahiro Tomiyasu. One of the players of the season, and certainly a breakthrough player, given the fact that many people wanted him sold going into the summer. We brought in Yuri Timber, and he came in and hit the ground running, even from pre-season, and then had a man of the match performance in the Community Shield, locking off the likes of Bernardo Silva in that game. And we thought, wow, we have a real gem here. And The future of Tomiyasu is uncertain. Bayern Munich sniffing around. He wants a new contract with his agent coming out and speaking. But we're gonna have to tie him down, and he's gonna. It's Ben White is the one who's gonna be looking, he's scratching his head and thinking, I'm gonna have to work hard and get back into this team and state my claim, because Ben White, think it's because he's been managing an injury, but his performances have slightly dipped in the past couple of weeks. But Takehiro Tomiyasu, defensively, 1v1 defender, probably are up there with the likes of Saliba and Gabriel as our best 1v1 defenders at the club. But also what he's been giving us going forward, you can see he's got a lot more confidence in his game as well, running with a lot more energy, trusting his body, and he's spoken about the psychological impact that has had on him, and it's clear to see the benefits of playing minutes regularly, getting that in the tank and getting the trust from the manager. And what he can give you is one of our most versatile players. Of course, he can play across the whole of that back line and do an excellent job. And now he's coming in at right back, which is probably the area that we thought he might even be at his worst in being so versatile. And that's where he broke through the Arsenal team into the team in 2 seasons ago. But now here he is, and he's back, and he's looking even better going forward. And it's great to see the likes of Ødegaard get on the score sheet, lift his confidence up a little bit since he's come back from injury. And he's had a bit of a rough time before that. And let's hope now that we can build from this. We've got important fixtures coming up in the league as well. We've got Wolves coming up on the weekends. We can rest players and get a few more minutes into the likes of Kivior, Jorginho, Eddie, when we go away to PSV, and maybe see a Mars Lewis Skelly and an Ethan Nwaneri. And I know that you people are big up to DG's giving me the opportunity to do a match reaction. I know DG does an excellent job keeping an eye on the young players and watching their development. And these are the 2 stars coming out of our academy. And let's see what they can do in this game. Let's hope that they get minutes going forward. But yes, let's build on this. Let's keep our attackers fit, our main players on our spine. And yeah, we've spoken enough about Rice and Saliba. They were excellent today, especially Rice. I thought Rice was brilliant as well. Saliba probably a little bit off it, actually. But, you know, he was still immense, and we still had amazing performances. Guys, I'm going to make it a short one. DG, I know I can waffle on for too long, but thank you for giving me this opportunity, my bro. You can go and find me on X, formerly Twitter, and on YouTube at Tariq Talks. Guys, hopefully I'll be back onto the channel soon. You will see me on Saturday for a match reaction as well. Big up to DG. Thank you for the opportunity again, my bro. Don't forget to subscribe to Deluded Gooner, the main man for Arsenal content. He keeps it going. He works hardest worker on YouTube, and YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Or should we call him Declan Rice, the way he's covering every blade of grass on here as well. But big up to yourself, guys. Love to you all. And come on, Arsenal. Let's keep this going.
Yo, people, Cav from the Red Pitch podcast here. And what a beautiful, beautiful game we just witnessed. Demolition job. Arsenal 6, Lens 0. And to be honest, I was quite surprised, because compared to the first game, the first 9 minutes, Lens came out playing exactly how they did in the first game. And I thought, okay, here we go. It's going to be a similar game to the first one. They came out, brilliant possession, playing the ball about, and Lens looked really good. They looked really good, you know. They looked like they had settled into the game quicker than we did. And I thought, you know, if this continues, it could be a long night. But we broke them down. We broke them down. Kai Havertz again with the first goal. And you know what? I've got to admit, Havertz, he looks very good this game. He looked very good. He seemed like he's got a bit more confidence. Obviously, after scoring the winner on the weekend against Brentford, another goal tonight, you know, he looks so much more confident. And I think he's making that left 8 position his own. We know it's still going to take time. We're not getting carried away. We know it's going to take time. But, you know, he looked a better player. He looked more comfortable. Listen, we absolutely destroyed them. Led 5-0 in the first half. The other goals by Gabriel Jesus, Saka, Martinelli, and Martin Ødegaard. And for me, I think Martin Ødegaard's goal was probably the pick of the bunch. Saka, from his own half, a nice, beautiful driving run Tomiyasu on the overlap. Saka plays it out. Tomiyasu crosses it into the box. First time volley. Beautiful volley from Martin Odegaard. Sweet. What can you ask for? And from that point on, start of the second half, Lons came out again for the first couple minutes. Same as the first half. Beautiful possession, passing it around well. Wahi, number 9 for them, he looks an excellent player. And to be honest, if he continues, I don't see him being at Lons this time next year. I think one of the bigger clubs will snap him up. Very, very decent player. Quick, quick on the ball, quick moves back to goal. Decent player. But listen, again, once we got into the groove of things, we just took over once again. Possession-based football, beautiful passing and movement. Declan Rice in that midfield. I've run out of words to say about Declan Rice. That guy is got to be, so far, the signing of the season. He was everywhere, controlling that midfield. He was in the 6. He moved forward to the right 8. Loads of progressive passes, beautiful, perfectly timed tackles. And Declan Rice is just brought a whole new meaning to this midfield. And he's definitely, at this moment, probably the best 6 in this country right now. He's looking absolutely brilliant. Martinelli, Saka on the flanks, they both had good games, really good games. They look like they're getting back to themselves. And do you know what? I've got to admit, I love it when you have Martinelli and Saka playing with Jesus, because Jesus likes to come deep and he brings Saka and Martinelli into the play as well. He brings them into the game. Normally when Eddie starts, Martinelli and Saka's game, it's not the same, because Eddie doesn't really bring those into the game. And I find this a lot difficult. Obviously, we know Saka and Martinelli at times, they get teamed on, doubled up. But Jesus tends to drag that extra defender away and give them a bit more room. And, what more can I say? We were excellent today. Subs came on. I would have liked to seen Miles Lewis-Skelly and Guarneri come on late on. I think they deserved to get some minutes, considering they were on the bench. But Arteta brought on the usual suspects. Ben White came on, Jakob Kiwior came on, and Nketiah came on. Jorginho as well. And, to be honest, we cruised. So what more can we say, man? We finished top of the group, next round of the Champions League. Hopefully in the last game, away to PSV, we can see more of the youngsters and rest some of the big boys. Oh yeah, come on Arsenal, man. Let's go. Next round, here we come.
Yes, guys, this is my post-match reaction to the Arsenal 6, Lens 0 game. I don't even know what to say. That was one of the most enjoyable games of football we've had in a long time as an Arsenal fan. So we start off the game, and who scored the first goal even? Havertz, of course. It feels like such a long game because we had so many goals. I'm not used to it this season, trying to count who scored the goals. Yeah, Jesus just with an unbelievable desire to get the ball in the first place. Heads it across to Havertz, who, this is the spaces that we need him in. These are the spaces. And the way he was confident today, the way he was turning the ball around in the corner, flicking it through people's legs. If we can get Kai Havertz to his full potential, then we need to sing Arteta's praises. And also then we have a serious team on our hands, because Odegaard on the right, Havertz on the left, Rice in the fulcrum. Rice controlling the game. He was unbelievable again today, as always. That was a lovely opening goal. We go on to the next goal, which is Jesus, Saka, unbelievable desire to keep the ball in play. Jesus, as he does, jinky me jinky, sent the first guy absolutely flying, and then he comes in and finishes with aplomb. That was a top goal as well. And the goals just kept flying in. And then Martinelli goes for the shot. It wasn't the best shot in the world. Bryce Samba makes a bit of a hash of it, and it just even hit Saka's chest. I don't even think he meant to, but he was in the right position at the right time. We had 5 players in the box at that point as well, which is a really important thing, because I've always spoken to people about the importance. If you want to score goals, you need players in the box. And then if you've got 5 players in the box at that point, the chances that you're going to score a goal by just the ball falling to you is so much higher. So we scored that. Martinelli gets almost an identical carbon copy chance. This time he sticks it in the corner of the goal. So at this point, the front 3 in the first 30 minutes of the game already have a goal and assist each. And then I think, before half-time, Ødegaard gets the goal, which wraps up an unbelievable passing move, by the way. Tomiyasu as well, that just encapsulated the half he had. Bombing on the right-hand side. He's not usually one who's overlapping. Usually I find White's a little bit better at doing that sort of thing. I was really impressed with him today. I'm looking at that now thinking, does Ben White walk back into the team? Because Zinchenko's been good recently. Tomiyasu was excellent again today. I think Mikel's got a decision to make between those two, but unbelievable cross. Jesus looked like he was going to hit an overhead kick, but Ødegaard stuck it in the corner. 5-0 half-time, happy days. I was flying. Everyone on Twitter was happy. It always felt, I'll be honest, in the second half like we were going to take the foot off the gas. Everything we touched turned to gold in the first half. You can't have it like that the whole time. But even still, in the second half, we were okay. We weren't bad. I'm very happy that we kept a clean sheet in the end of the game, because that's 7 clean sheets in 10 games for Raya. And I know people like Ramsdale, but I do think it's clear to me that Raya is the better goalkeeper. Whether he's objectively so much better is a debate, but he's definitely more suited to what Arteta needs, which is a keeper who's more proactive, who's able to make those long pinged passes with greater accuracy. And it just looks like, Ramsdale could be, his time at the club could be almost done. Just gassed. And then obviously the final goal, Jorginho with a penalty, which I was happy with, because 5-0, not scoring a goal in the second half, felt a little bit frustrating. But we got the final goal, Jorginho with a penalty, which Ødegaard very nicely gave to him, which was good to see. And there was some big talk about Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly not getting on the pitch, and I do understand it. I feel the frustration because we all wanted to see them, but realistically, you can't have everything, and they'll get their opportunities. They might get their opportunities in the FA Cup. We've got a dead rubber Champions League game coming up. And there is a hierarchy at the club still. What would a player like Jorginho think if he's signed a contract, has been promised X amount of games, and then a 16-year-old player's coming on instead of him? And people will turn around and be like, oh yeah, but they need to understand the occasion. It's squad management, and it's not easy. And there's a reason why Guardiola will take years and years until players like Oscar Bob, till Foden, these players get their chances. Because when you have a squad of so many talented players and high-end players, they can't all play at the same time. And I would have loved to see them, honestly, more than anyone. But it didn't happen. We won 6-0. I don't want to hear anyone complaining after today. This is what happens when you don't form a low block against us. So, I fully expect at the weekend to see the dirtiest low block of all time. But hopefully with the confidence we've got, we will fly by and stay top of the league, because Liverpool is coming up on the horizon. Liverpool away against Anfield, and we need some confidence to go into that game, because that's massive. But I'm buzzing. It's one of the best I've felt after an Arsenal games, especially in the evening. So it's a good one. And I hope you enjoy my little review. Peace out.